Very good morning, dear students. Today I am going to explain the later part of the first chapter of your English CB book. The title of the chapter is The Selfish Giant. Dear students, you must remember what we have got up till now in the story, right? But still, let's have a recap. It is the story of a giant who was very much selfish, who had a big castle and a beautiful garden. He had been living with his friend for 7 years, right? And during that time, the children used to play in that garden where there were green grasses, beautiful flowers, fruits, and where beautiful birds sang melodious songs, right? But as soon as the giant returned home, he stopped the children to play in that garden. Since the children came to play there, so the season like spring, autumn, and summer also stopped coming there. Since the children came, so the different seasons also visited the garden. But when the children stopped coming to the garden, different seasons also stopped coming to that, garden. So the winter season permanently occupied the garden. When season did not change, the giant also worried and started thinking about it. Why the other seasons are not coming to his garden, only the winter was there. I explained till here in my last class, right? So students, let's start from here. Page number 7, second paragraph. Please open your book and follow the lines. So one morning, the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ears that he thought it must be the king's musician passing by. So he was awake and he was simply lying on his bed, and he heard a beautiful voice, lovely music, and he thought that he had not heard such beautiful music so for a long time. So he thought that perhaps it must be the king's musician passing by his castle. It was really only a little linnet. What is the meaning of linnet? You just see, a type of songbird, brown and grey in color, with a reddish breast and forehead. So a beautiful bird, linnet, was singing. It was not any king's musician playing their music or passing by. It was only a little bird singing outside his window. But it was so long since he had heard a bird sing in his garden that it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world. So the reason was that only he had not heard. Since long time he had not heard any bird singing in his garden, so he thought that he felt as if it was very extraordinary, beautiful music, and maybe it was played by king's musician. Then the hail stopped dancing over his head, and the north wind ceased roaring, and a delicious perfume came to him through the open casement. So as soon as he heard the song, the bird singing, so abruptly he felt some changes. What changes? All of a sudden he felt that the hail stopped dancing over his head. So hail was there. Hail was invited to the garden by the north wind, and north wind also ceased roaring. Ceased means stopped shouting. So all of a sudden, and he felt a very delicious perfume coming to him through the open casement. Since he was waiting, she was standing, she was near the window, so he got a beautiful, delicious perfume. I believe the spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of bed and looked out. So he heard, as soon as he heard the music, song, got the smell of a delicious, a perfume. So he thought that perhaps finally the spring has come to his garden. What did he see? What did he see? He saw a most wonderful sight. The sight was a wonderful, extraordinary sight. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in. Means they made a hole in the wall that he erected around his garden. The children made a hole, through that hole they crept in, they entered. They were sitting in the branches of the trees. They could not resist themselves. The children, since they were very much willing to play inside, so they could not resist themselves, and finally they made a hole and entered the garden. And some of them were sitting on the branches of the trees. And that's the reason for which the spring entered into the garden. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child. So the children who entered, they occupied each children. And the trees were so glad to have the children back again that they had covered themselves with blossoms and were waving their arms gently above the children's head. So the trees became very much happy. They turned happy when the children entered to the garden and occupied different trees. So trees appeared flowers, blossoms, you can say, themselves with blossoms. They covered themselves with blossoms. Many flowers appeared in the trees. The birds were flying about and twittering with delight, and the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing. So a beautiful sight, you can just imagine. It was a lovely scene. Yes, definitely it was a beautiful or lovely scene. The children playing, jumping, they are climbing trees, and the flowers blooming, the birds singing. It was a wonderful sight. Only in one corner it was still winter. Only one corner there was winter. Why it was winter? You see, it was the furthest corner of the garden, far, far away. In one corner, this was still winter, and it was standing and in it was standing a little boy. A little boy was standing there at the furthest corner of the garden. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the trees, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. The small boy was crying bitterly, too much. He was crying so much that the reason was that he was unable to reach up to the branches of the tree since he was very small. The poor tree was still quite covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was blowing and roaring above it. Since the children was not able to climb up the tree, so there was frost. The tree was covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was also blowing and roaring above there. "Climb up, little boy," said the tree. So the tree told him and said to him that, "Climb up, the boy." And it bent its branches down as low as it could, but the boy was too tiny. You see, the tree was also helping. It was bending its branches down as low as it could. Means still the boy was so tiny that he was unable to reach. And the giant's heart melted as he looked out. So the giant, now he realized, have you seen the ice melting? In the same way, the giant's heart also melted, having seen the sight. He realized his mistake now. "How selfish I have been," he said. "Now I know why the spring would not come here. I'll put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I'll knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever. So now he realized his mistake. He understood why the spring did not come to his garden. So he thought that he decided, that he will at first he will go down to the hill, to the little boy, tiny boy. He will help the boy to put on the top of the tree, and then he will knock down the walls, and the garden shall be the children's playground forever. So he decided that he will keep it for the children only. He was really very sorry for what he had done. So now he realized his mistake, and so he was feeling very sad, sorry for what he had done. Means whatever he had done, now he realized it. He actually should not do all this, and whatever he has done, it was not good at all. So he was feeling sorry. He realized his mistake. So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. But when the children saw him, they were so frightened. He went down. He was about to reach the garden. The children saw him. Then what happened, you see? They were so much, definitely they would be frightened. They knew that he was very wicked. They knew that he did not like children. So they were frightened, and they all ran away, and the garden became winter. As soon as they left the garden, the winter again entered back. Only the little boy did not run, for his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the giant coming. So only the boy was there, who was standing at the farthest corner of the garden, right? The tiny boy. And the giant stole up behind him. He caught him and took him gently in his hand. He took him in his hand and put him up into the trees. Now he himself helped the little boy to climb up the tree or sit on the tree. He put the boy up into the tree, and the tree broke at once into blossom. So all of a sudden the flowers appeared in the tree, and the birds came and sang on it. And the little boy stretched out his 2 arms and flung them round the giant's neck. He expressed his affection, his love. He hugged him, you can say, and kissed him. And other children, when they saw that the giant was not wicked any longer, came running back, and with them came the spring. So as soon as the children who ran away from the garden saw the sight, they realized, they also understood that yes, now the giant also has changed his attitude completely. So the children understood, and they came running back. As soon as they came back, so the spring also came with them. "It is your garden now, little children," said the giant, and he took a great axe and knocked down the wall. So now he announced that the garden will be children's alone, and immediately he broke the huge wall that he erected around the garden. And when the people were going to market at 12 o'clock, they found the giant playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. So henceforth, the people who ever passed by the garden, they saw the giant playing with the children in his beautiful garden, and it was one of the most beautiful garden that they had ever seen. That's the end of the chapter. Hope you understood. Thank you.